All right. Hey, Stephen, so you developed the training outcome designer. Tell us quick what it is. Tell us what people are going to see when they go through it. What kind of information are they going to plug into it? And then what outcome they can expect when they go through this real brief pamphlet.
Yeah, so the training outcome designer is for business leaders and trainers in that business that want to get clarity on the outcomes they're driving for the business. Then who their learners have to become to get those outcomes. And then finally, how you're going to get your learners there, how you're going to turn your learners into a new version of themselves. So it is about 15 pages, and it starts with defining a very clear outcome for the business. Not for your learners, but for the business. Something that's falsifiable, something that it's easy to look back and say, did we hit it or not? Right?
Yeah.
Once you define that, you're then going to ask yourself, what must be true for my learners to obtain this outcome? Mm-hmm. And so we have 5 areas of focus here, 3 of which I don't think you really see a lot in training and development that I think is going to be interesting for you to check out. Once you define your truths for your learners and what has to be true with your learners, you take those truths and you lay them out basically on a calendar, on milestones. Okay, they have to be able to do this. They have to be able to exhibit that on week 4. They have to be able to articulate this concept or read between the lines on week 6. All right. Mm-hmm. They have to show that they're doing this new behavior. All right, that they're tracking the stats. And so you break those down into milestones. This is often not done because most courses and training is done where it's just the initial training and that's it, right? So this is really more of a comprehensive approach. Once you've done that, we've actually created 5 different playbooks that you can use as ways to focus what you need to get done for your learners, who they have to become, and turn that into actual training experiences. So you'll go through and you'll use our total recall for fact recovery. You'll use the nuance test for understanding concepts. You'll use verify skills to drive skill development, and so on and so forth. And so we've given you a tool that helps you clarify the outcome, get everybody on the same page in terms of the impact that you want to have with your training, and then go through the steps of turning that into an execution plan with your training experience.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to hearing the benefit that this has for people. I think it's an asset, and it was a lot of fun to build with you. So this is great, man.
Thanks, Jason.